Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about how we can create a total rewards program that's really focused on well-being. For the most part, I think one of the common approaches to total rewards is to just give our employees a buffet of total rewards offerings. We allow them to pick, we allow them to choose. And at the same time, I think what we started to realize was employees are kind of concerned about two fundamental questions when it comes to their total rewards programs. Am I surviving here or am I thriving? And let me kind of explain what I think the two of these things mean. So, what does it mean to barely survive? Are people financially insecure? Do they lack opportunity? Is there a poor work life balance? Maybe a lack of resources and hopelessness about the future? And maybe is there a lack of autonomy in the workplace? Right? Overall, when we started to ask people about these things, we ended up finding out that approximately, what was it? I think it was 31% of people reported they were just merely surviving at work. They didn't feel financially secure. They didn't feel like there was a lot of hope for the future, and they didn't really know a way out of it. Let me contrast that with thriving in the workplace and maybe what it means to thrive. We have career development options, we have workplace flexibility, and we also have skill building opportunities. So when we started to look at this, I think this quote from one of our focus group participants really starts to encapsulate what I think this is all about. Thriving is about enjoying the work you do, the people you do it with, and actively learning and growing to get you to the next role, the next opportunity. To me, that's thriving. We want to create workplace cultures where people not only have their basic needs met, but also go on to create an environment that is learning, growth rich, as well as enjoying the work they do. Like this is the ideal workplace. So one of the ways that we fundamentally can do this, we can move individuals from this survive state to the thrive state. And I think there is blossoming support for this, especially within the mental health literature, is creating is making recognition part of total rewards offerings. So I won't get into exactly all the methods that we use to get to this point, but overall, we found that when companies had a recognition program with a substantial recognition program, we found that the cost savings was approximately 2 million when we assumed a company size of 5,000 employees. The way that this money was saved was through reduced absenteeism, and that was primarily caused by an increase in recognition. Let me break this down a little bit further, especially when we consider just an individual employee. That means per individual employee with probable depression, we saw that they saved approximately $8,000 a year in reduced absenteeism when a recognition program is in place. So this is probably one of my favorite slides in the entire slide deck. The reason why is because I started to recognize that recognition program can literally save lives. These effects overall might look pretty small, but overall, this is a reduction in physical injury or workplace injuries when we have a reduction or when we have a recognition program present. And overall, if we kind of think about a hypothetical company of 100 people, 2 people are getting injured a month. With a recognition program present, only 1 person. Similarly, with probable anxiety, maybe 5 people get injured a month. Now we're only getting 3 people. With probable depression, 11 people a month. Now we're only getting 8, right? And these effects overall are really small, but anybody that has had to work with some of these claims know how expensive they can be. And overall recognition, even just in a small way, appears to be put in a position where it can reduce injuries and potentially save lives, which I think is really exciting. So overall, I think my big takeaways here are a formal recognition program can demonstrate to your people that your organization has a commitment to helping your employees thrive. And not only does this include the benefits to well-being, the ability to save lives, but it also has a tangible return on investment as well.